Hello everyone, today I am going to show you gum paste rose. So I'll show you the tools first. The first thing you need the 9 set of tools. This is the ball tool which will require for frilling of the petals. This is craft knife. This you require for a sharp cutting of the petals. A brush, you can use a 1 number or 2 number brush for glue, and the rose petal cutter. This is a rose petal cutter. This is a set of 5 cutters. So I'll use these. This is the second size, so I'll start with the second size. This is the third size, and I'll use 2 more for the bigger petal cutter. These are the separate cutters. This you can buy separately. You can see the size. Okay, now we should start with the making of bud. Now for the making of bud, we'll use a copper wire. This copper wire is around 20 gauge wire because I'm going to make a small rose, so this is a 20 gauge wire. If you want to make a bigger rose, you have to use 18 gauge or 16 gauge wire. Now to make the rose, first you have to bend this upper tip and make a small loop like this. Now you have to dip this tip into edible glue. I'll just tell you how to make the glue, but first I'm going to dip it into the glue and I'm going to make a small bud. This is my gum paste. I made it at home. I made it 2 days prior to making this flower. You have to make it in advance. You have to keep the gum paste for working for around 24 to 48 hours that I've already shown in my prior video. So you make your gum paste at home and keep it at room temperature for 48 hours, and always make your roses in dry weather, either it is dry weather or in AC. Okay, so now this gum paste is ready. I have added some pink color into it. Now how to add color, I'll just tell you. Take your gum paste, add some color and start stretching it like chewing gum. You can see how stretchable it is. If it is sticking, add some corn flour. This is my corn flour. So you add some corn flour, rotate your gum paste onto the corn flour and stretch it again. So your gum paste will be ready. And once you feel that it's not sticking with your hands, it's ready, make a ball like this and keep it in a cling wrap or Ziploc bag, anything. You have to cover it every time because if the weather is dry, it will get dry very fast. Now start making the bud. I dipped it into edible glue and now you have to start making bud. With this loop, take the ball onto your palm and start working with this finger like this. And poke it with this looped part from the bottom. Point it at the top and little pointed at the bottom. And now your bud is ready. Always make your bud in advance, around 48 hours or 24 hours in advance. This bud has to be dried up properly before putting petals onto it. So I have made some buds and now I'm going to start with making of petals and joining the petals. It's just a practice. If you start making bud, maybe for the first time you will not be able to make a proper bud, but for the second and third time you will be. It's not very difficult. The making of bud is not very difficult. Just make sure that the top part has to be straight and it has to be pointed like a rose bud. Now I'm going to tell you how to make the edible glue. In a plastic container, take 2 tablespoons of water this is my tablespoon. This is 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoon, and 1/8 teaspoon of Tylose powder. This is the Tylose powder. This is basically a plant starch. You can use it for making gum paste, for making edible glue. Now I'm going to add 1/8 teaspoon of Tylose powder into it in 2 tablespoons of water. Since this is a starch, so it will take time to incorporate with water, so we'll close this container and we'll shake it well. And now you just leave it for half an hour. In half an hour it will be ready. Alright, so that's how we make the edible glue. Edible glue, you have to make this edible glue in advance, around 1 hour in advance, so that because this is a starch, so it will take time. Tylose always takes time, so that's why we make gum paste also in advance, but this Tylose takes about half an hour to work with this water. So this is a very strong glue for making animals, for making flowers. Now I'm going to show you how to make petals. This is my ready gum paste. I made it day before yesterday, and you can see how stretchable it is, like chewing gum. It's very easy to make gum paste at home. Never buy it from shops, because it's pretty expensive when you're going to buy from shops. So it's better you make your fresh gum paste and make your flowers with it. Gum paste is basically used for making flowers. It's not for making animals, but if you are putting anything onto fresh cream cake, like my most of the cakes, you must have seen that I put animals, I put flowers, many things I put onto fresh cream cake. So whenever you are putting onto fresh cream cake, you always make it with the gum paste, because if you are making with fondant added with the added Tylose, it will melt onto your cream. This will slip off your cream because it gets softened. So when you make it with the gum paste hardens within 24 hours. It get hardened. So it's better you make it with gum paste, and then it will stabilize onto your cream. Okay, let's start with the rolling of gum paste. This is my fondant cutting mat, and this is the non-stick rolling pin. This is basically for making flowers only. This is corn flour. Remove all the extra corn flour, because corn flour makes your gum paste very dry. Always work with gum paste at a dry place. If your place is full of humidity, work in AC, or you wait for dry weather and then you work. Now you can see the thickness of this gum paste. This is the beauty of gum paste, and you can roll it very thin. Fondant, you can't roll out thin like this. It has to be transparent. When you hold it onto your hand should be visible. Your fingers should be visible. So you have to roll it really, really thin. Okay. And now I'm going to cut my petals. So since my bud size is little big, so I'm going to use this petal size, this cutter size. I'm going to cut 6 petals of the second size. This is actually my first size, but this is for the cutter, it's second size. Always make a nudge when you are cutting the petals. See, give pressure, make a nudge onto the mat, and the petal should come onto your cutter. Alright, so I'm going to cut 6 of this size, the first size. And this gum paste, you have to keep it in a Ziploc bag. Now, this is called the petal pad. Okay, This is actually used for making flower petals. I'm going to give frills onto this petal, and always use this petal only. Don't use any kind of sponge or anything, because you will not be able to give pressure. This is basically to give the pressure for the petal. Now how I'm going to frill it, just pat your ball tool with some corn flour and see how I'm doing, half on the petal pad and half on the petal, and just give us nice swirl like this. Okay, give some pressure. If your petal is dry, don't fear that it will tear or anything. If your petal is dry, you'll be able to make a nice frill. If it's getting dry, use some corn flour. Again, use the second petal. So for every petal, you have to give a frill like this. See how nicely it's not sticking now. If it's sticking, use corn flour. But don't use too much corn flour, because corn flour makes your petal very dry. Make a nudge and keep it separate. So these are 6 petals of the first size I'm frilling. So now I'm going to stick it. See, it's around 15 to 20 minutes. I've made the glue and now it's almost ready. Okay, always make your fresh glue. Whenever you're making flowers, always make a little quantity of glue so that you can use it fully. Whatever is left, just throw it away. Don't use it again, because every time you're dipping the brush and it will get dirty. Put the glue on top of the, just focus on top of the bud. Just put glue, don't put too much of glue, just discard extra glue and use it. I'm just removing the extra glue. Now take out first petal, this pointed part, because this is a pointed nook, and always whenever you're frilling the petal, when you are holding the petal, always invert it. When you are joining the petal, always invert it. This pointed part will be down and slightly upper than this point. Alright, and now make a nice swirl, just slightly up than this, just 1 millimeter, and make a nice loop, very nice loop. Just hold it tight and make a very tiny loop at the top. That's how you make the center of the rose. Now take 2 petals, put the glue again onto the bud only, not onto the petal, otherwise you'll not be able to hold the petal. Take petal again, invert it, and then join. Again 1 millimeter up than this. Keep this other side open, because the second petal will come inside this. Now put the glue onto the petal which has already been joined. Take another petal, invert it and join. Now this is the second petal in the second row. This is the first row which is the center. This is the first row. Now I'm going to make the second row, and you just close it, because this is the center of the rose, so you have to make a close. You have to attach the petal very tightly, because this is the center of the rose you are going to make. Now take this tool. This you must be having in your tool set, fondant tool set, this pointed tool, and keep the petals at the joining. You have to keep the petals separate. So this is the center of the rose. Now I'm going to attach 3 petals which I already cut, 3 petals of the same size. Now this, you can use this kind of moss also, otherwise petal pad with hole also comes. You can use it to hold the rose. Okay, now I'm going to attach the third layer, which is of 3 petals. Just 1 millimeter up than this. Okay. Attach this. One petal will be tucked in and the other petal will come inside this third petal. Just put little glue at a time. If you put too much of glue, the petals will stick all together. Okay, so always invert your petal and you have to attach the third petal for the third row. And now you close it, put some glue at the end and you attach it and keep the petals separate. At the point of attachment, you have to keep the petals separate. Don't put too much of glue, otherwise these petals will stick together. So that's how you can see. This is a small rose, you've made it ready, and now we are going to use the bigger size, this size of petal. Okay, now I'm going to increase the size because I've already attached 6 petals to the rose, and now I have increased the size. This is the third size. You can see the waves because the outer petals are always wavy, so I'll use this cutter. I'll cut 5 of this size. Always cut it sharp wherever it's not neat. Cut your petals sharp. If it's not coming out clean with the cutter, you can cut it with the craft knife. This craft knife is a very good tool for making things. Okay, again we are going to use the ball tool. We keep it onto the petal pad. Add some corn flour. Remove extra corn flour. Keep it onto the petal pad and use this tool again and use it nice. Make nice folds. This is the first petal. The sound is coming because of dryness. Remove all the extra corn flour. Nice folds. Now the petals are completely dried up, but don't make it too dry because otherwise it will tear. And since these are edible flowers, make it very in a hygienic way. Now I'm going to attach these 5 petals, and this is my outermost layer. I'm going to make a small rose. Now at the point of attachment where this layer has been finished, I'm going to attach the next layer from this point only. Now put the glue only at the bottom like this, and don't put too much of glue, just put, and whatever extra glue is there, just take it off. Okay, now invert your petal. Never forget to invert your petal and attach it just 1 millimeter up than this. Keep it open. At the point of joining, you put little glue only at the edges. Now invert and attach second petal. Now in this whole circumference you have to attach 5 petals, so remember you have to attach it closely, otherwise the circumference, this circle, will be completed in 4 petals only. So you have to attach 5 petals, so attach it closely. Attach all the petals very closely. So I am tucking in inside like this. This is the third petal. Now the fourth petal. fourth petal, and now I'm going to attach the last petal. Always tuck in from one side, see, like this. Tuck in, tuck in, and tuck in. So that's how one side of every petal will be tucked in and the other side will be overlapped, like this. Okay, and since this is the outermost layer, you keep all the petals down. Keep it down with this tool. Use your fingers. Make a roll like petals are. You must see rose after making gum paste rose. You must observe how rose look like. This is a natural small rose. And your rose is complete. If you want, you can attach a little sepals here at the bottom, so your rose will be completed. This sepal cutter is also a jasmine cutter, jasmine flower cutter, that you can attach. I'll just show you in my next video how to make the petal and how to dust these flowers. The shaded flower, whenever we make the shaded flower, the shaded is not the two shades of flower that we make with the dusting. We use the dry dust. These are basically the petal dust, and we use only at the center. But we can't use it now because our glue is there, Abhi. So let it dry for about 1 or 2 hours, and after that we'll use the dust.